Let's take one more question. Suppose A sells goods to B on 1st January 2012 for rupees 1000 and draws a bill on B for 3 months for the same amount. And on 1st February 2012, this bill was endorsed to C. And on due date, the bill was dishonored and the noting charges were rupees 50. Let's make the series how the bill was passed on from party to party. On 1st January 2012, B signed the bill and gave it to A on 1st January 2012. And on 1st February 2012, this bill was passed on to C. Means previously A was the holder, now C was the holder. And due date, and C went to court and paid rupees 50 as noting charges. And C will inform A immediately that your bill is dishonored. This money was paid by C. I am to say the money of noting charges. Because C was the holder on due date. He pays the money in the court. So ultimately, this money will be recovered from A. Because C doesn't know B. C has received this bill from A. So C will recover money from A. And A will recover this money from B. In this situation, A was the drawer and B was the drawee. This bill was passed on to C. Technically, this bill was endorsed to C. When A passed on bill to C, because it was not bill of A, it was not his own bill. This was the bill of B, which was passed on to C. In this situation, A will be called endorser and C will be called endorsee. So he will become the holder of the bill. And one thing more, in our journal entries, we have been using B/R, means BR account. Maybe in your school, they instruct you to write the full form, means bill receivable account. So you should follow your school teacher. But for our convenience, we are using BR account. I mean to say short form of bill receivable account. So let's make journal entries in the books of A. On 1st January 2012, suppose you are A, what did you do? On that date, you sold the goods to B on credit basis. So what will be the journal entry? B to sales. And on the same date, you got the bill from B. So what will be the journal entry? BR account debit to B, rupees 1000. Why BR account debit? If you look at the journal entries rules, what is the rule? Debit all expenses and losses? No. Debit what comes in? Yes. What you have got it? You have got the bill. So bill has been debited. Then credit all incomes and gains? No. Credit what goes out? No. Credit the giver. Who is the giver? B. So to B. In this way, this journal entry has been made. So what will be the narration? Being bill drawn on B. On 1st February 2012, what you did? You passed on this bill to C. So what will be the journal entry? C to BR, rupees 1000. C will be debited because he is the receiver, and to BR, means BR account will be credited, means credit what goes out. And on due date, 4th of April 2012, what happened? If you are suppose A, you got the information from C that the bill was not paid on the due date. So when you come to know about this incident, what will you do? You will have to pass journal entry. Immediately, you will debit B. Whenever the bill is dishonored, there is dishonoring of bill. What will you do? You will debit the drawee with the full amount. I am to say the amount of bill plus the amount of noting charges. So B will be debited in your books by 1050 and to C 1050. So what is the meaning of this journal entry? You have debited B by rupees 1050. It means you are going to make B as a debtor in your books. It means you have to receive 1050 from B in future. And you have credited C by rupees 1050. What it means? You have made C as creditor in your books 1050. It means you have to pay rupees 1050 to C in future. It means in future you will recover rupees 1050 from B and you will pay this amount to C. Now, journal entries in the books of B. On 1st January 2012, you purchase the goods for rupees 1000. So what will you do? Purchases account debit to A, rupees 1000. And then on 1st January 2012, you gave the bill. Journal entry will be A to BP. On 1st February 2012, you got the information from A that he has passed on your bill. I mean to say he has endorsed your bill in favor of C. By getting this information, you won't make any journal entry. On due date, you couldn't pay the amount of bill, whatever the reason. So you will reverse the journal entry of A to BP. I mean to say your journal entry will be BP to A. Plus, you have to bear the expense of noting charges. So what will you do? You will have to debit noting charges by rupees 50 in this journal entry. So overall, the journal entry in the books will be noting charges account debit 50, BP debit 1000, 2A 1050, being BP dishonored on due date and noting charges rupees 50. This will be your standard narration. Now you have to make A's account in your books. I mean to say you have to do ledger posting. So first of all, A was credited by rupees 1000 on 1st January. So come on credit side, by purchases 1000. Then A was debited by rupees 1000 on 1st January. So on debit side to BP 1000. Then A was credited by rupees 1050. So come on credit side, by noting charges by BP account 50 and 1000. Then to balance CD 1050 and total on both sides 2050. So in this way, the journal entries will be made in the books of A and B. So one thing you must have noticed, when there is dishonor of bill, B makes a standard journal entry, and that journal entry is BP to A and noting charges debited.